23 battleships carried the United States Navy through the Second World War, from ancient dreadnoughts resurrected after Pearl Harbor to the legendary Iowa-class fast battleships that ruled the Pacific. This is their complete story. Let's begin with the oldest warriors, the ships that had no business fighting a modern war, but did so anyway. USS New York. New York and her sister Texas were the oldest battleships to serve in World War II, commissioned in 1914 with triple gun turrets that seemed ancient by 1941 standards. These 27,000-ton dreadnoughts survived the Great War and returned for the Second, providing gunfire support at Iwo Jima and Okinawa, despite their painfully slow 16-knot top speed. USS Texas. Texas earned her immortality through sheer endurance, bombarding German positions at Normandy before pivoting to the Pacific theater. Today, she's the world's last surviving dreadnought battleship, a museum ship in Houston that represents an entire generation of naval architecture. Next up are the Nevada-class ships, America's first super dreadnoughts with revolutionary all-or-nothing armor schemes. USS Nevada. Nevada was the only battleship to get underway during the Pearl Harbor attack, struggling through burning oil and bomb hits to beach herself rather than sink in the channel. She survived to become a shore bombardment workhorse, pounding enemy positions from Normandy to Okinawa, before enduring 2 atomic tests at Bikini Atoll. USS Oklahoma. Oklahoma wasn't as fortunate, capsizing at Pearl Harbor after absorbing 9 torpedo hits in the opening minutes of the attack. 420 men died with her, and though salvaged, she sank while under tow to the scrapyard in 1947. Continuing with the Pennsylvania class, built with triple turrets and misfortune written in their blueprints. USS Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania survived Pearl Harbor in dry dock, going on to serve throughout the Pacific campaign until a torpedo crippled her in 1945. She ended her days as a nuclear test target, too radioactive to scrap, sunk by naval gunfire in 1948. USS Arizona. Arizona represents Pearl Harbor's eternal wound, still resting on the harbor bottom, with 1,177 crewmen entombed within her hull. The memorial built over her remains is visited by millions, making her the most recognized American battleship in history. USS New Mexico. The New Mexico class introduced turbo-electric drive systems, massive generators powering electric motors that turned the propeller shafts. New Mexico herself survived kamikaze strikes off Okinawa, her innovative propulsion system keeping her in action when conventional machinery might have failed. USS Mississippi. Mississippi fought at Surigao Strait during history's last battleship versus battleship engagement, her 14-inch guns helping annihilate a Japanese battle line. She survived the war only to suffer a catastrophic turret explosion in 1944 that killed 43 men during a live-fire exercise. USS Idaho. Idaho completed the New Mexico-class trio, serving as a training ship early in the war before joining the island-hopping campaign. Her 14-inch guns shelled Japanese positions from the Aleutians to Okinawa, though she never faced enemy battleships in surface action. Next up are the Tennessee-class ships, vessels so thoroughly reconstructed after Pearl Harbor they emerged as virtually new battleships. USS Tennessee. Tennessee was trapped behind the burning West Virginia at Pearl Harbor, her superstructure damaged but her hull intact. The Navy rebuilt her almost from the keel up, adding bulges, modernized fire control, and a forest of anti-aircraft guns that transformed her into a floating fortress capable of 33,000 yards of accurate fire. USS California. California sank at her moorings during the Pearl Harbor attack, taking 3 torpedoes and settling into the mud in 40 feet of water. Her resurrection took 9 months of salvage work, pumping, patching, and refloating, before she too received the complete modernization treatment that made her virtually unrecognizable from her 1941 configuration. Continuing with the Colorado class, the first American battleships armed with 16-inch main batteries. USS Colorado. Colorado missed Pearl Harbor by accident of scheduling, avoiding the catastrophe that claimed so many of her sisters. Her massive 16-inch rifles made her valuable for shore bombardment throughout the Pacific, each 2,000-pound armor-piercing shell capable of penetrating 20 feet of reinforced concrete. USS Maryland. Maryland was moored inboard at Pearl Harbor, protected from torpedoes by the capsizing Oklahoma alongside her. She escaped with relatively minor damage and served throughout the war, participating in nearly every major amphibious assault from Tarawa to Okinawa. USS West Virginia. West Virginia absorbed 7 torpedoes and 2 bombs at Pearl Harbor, settling upright into the harbor mud with over 100 men trapped in sealed compartments. Salvaged and completely rebuilt, she returned to exact revenge at Surigao Strait, where her radar-directed guns helped obliterate the Japanese battle line in history's last clash between battleship columns. Next up are the North Carolina-class ships, America's first modern fast battleships capable of keeping pace with carrier task forces. USS North Carolina, and her sister, Washington, were designed under treaty limitations that compromise protection for speed, their 27-knot capability making them valuable carrier escorts. The Showboat earned her nickname Screening Carriers at Eastern Solomons and Santa Cruz, her dual-purpose 5-inch batteries revolutionizing anti-aircraft defense. USS Washington. Washington achieved what no other American battleship managed in the Pacific, sinking an enemy battleship in surface combat during the night battle off Guadalcanal. Her radar-directed 16-inch guns obliterated the Japanese battleship Kirishima at 7,400 yards, pumping 9 heavy shells into her superstructure in just 7 minutes of apocalyptic violence. Continuing with the South Dakota class, ships designed to pack maximum armor onto treaty-limited tonnage through radical shortening of the hull. USS South Dakota. South Dakota earned the nickname Battleship X through Navy propaganda after her heroics at Santa Cruz, where she absorbed 42 bomb hits. Her luck failed at Guadalcanal when catastrophic electrical failures left her dead in the water, illuminated by Japanese searchlights, while Washington savaged the enemy battle line. USS Indiana. Indiana spent the war as a carrier escort, her anti-aircraft batteries accounting for numerous Japanese aircraft during the Philippine Sea Turkey shoot. She never fired her main battery at an enemy ship, but her presence deterred Japanese surface forces from attacking the vulnerable flat tops. USS Massachusetts. Massachusetts fought her only surface action at Casablanca, dueling the incomplete French battleship Jean Bart in harbour while simultaneously engaging shore batteries. Her 16-inch rifles silenced Jean Bart's single operational turret, though the French ship survived to fight another day. USS Alabama. Alabama holds the distinction of never losing a crewman to enemy action during the entire war, a safety record unmatched by any American battleship. Her dual-purpose batteries protected carriers throughout the Pacific, her radar-directed guns creating walls of steel that few Japanese aircraft penetrated. Next up are the Alaska-class large cruisers, ships too heavy to be cruisers and too lightly armored to be true battleships. USS Alaska. Alaska and her sisters were designed to hunt Japanese cruisers, mounting 12-inch guns on its 27,000-ton hulls capable of 33 knots. Commissioned in 1944 when the war was nearly won, she served primarily as carrier escort, her powerful armament never engaging enemy surface ships. USS Guam. Guam completed the operational Alaska-class duo, arriving too late to influence the naval war's outcome. She escorted carriers and bombarded shore positions with her 12-inch rifles, a beautiful ship searching desperately for a mission that no longer existed in carrier-dominated warfare. USS Hawaii. Hawaii was 80% complete when construction halted in 1947. Her hull scrapped incomplete after the Navy concluded these tweeners offered nothing the Iowas couldn't do better. She represented $30 million of wasted appropriations and the final gasp of gun-armed capital ship construction. The Alaska class embodied strategic confusion. Too expensive to risk like cruisers, too vulnerable to slug it out with battleships, arriving when carrier aviation had already rendered surface gun actions obsolete. They were magnificent anachronisms, solutions desperately seeking problems in a war that had moved beyond them.